Hi there, and thanks for checking out this video. I'm John Krim from TennisCompanion, and today I'm breaking down the different types of tennis string to help you determine which kind are best suited for your needs and preferences. Tennis strings are important because they're the only point of contact between your racket and the ball. As a result, they contribute significantly to the overall performance and feel of your racket. Of course, there are limits to the extent that tennis strings are going to impact the performance and the feel of your racket. But those differences will become more pronounced as your level of play improves and you compete at higher levels. Two additional reasons to consider the different types of tennis strings include your budget and arm injuries such as tennis elbow, which we'll touch on later. As a quick side note before we get too far along, I did want to let you know that I've included timestamps in the video's description for quick future reference. With that said, let's get started by talking about the two different families or categories of tennis string. All tennis strings can be bucketed into one of two families, natural or synthetic. What distinguishes these two categories is the materials used to construct them. Natural strings like Babolat Touch are made from cow intestine, while synthetic tennis strings like Luxilon Alu Power are made from artificial materials such as nylon or polyester in the case of Alu Power. For years, natural gut was the gold standard when it came to performance, but advancements in string technology as well as changes in how players have approached the game over the years have cemented synthetic strings as the most popular overall. Now that we've talked about the broader families of tennis string, let's talk about the 5 specific types that are most common, which include natural gut, synthetic gut, multifilament, polyester, and Kevlar. Only one of the 5 different types of tennis strings falls into the natural family, and as you might expect, it's natural gut. To the surprise of many, it gets its name because it's made from cow intestine, which has been in use since 1875 when Babolat first introduced tennis strings. Their construction involves weaving together multiple strands of intestine, along with a variety of other labor-intensive steps to get to the final product. Upsides for natural gut include power, comfort, feel, and their unique ability to maintain a consistent tension, while downsides include their higher price, spin, and durability. Due to their cost, natural gut tennis strings are ideal for highly competitive players that demand superior performance from their strings, but they also make a great option for intermediate to advanced players that are comfortable footing the bill. It's worth noting that it's less common to find players stringing their entire racket with natural gut. Instead, it's more often used as part of a hybrid string setup, which we'll touch on shortly. Synthetic gut tennis strings are primarily made from nylon, which generally refers to low-end tennis strings, which provide moderate all-around performance at a great price. The most common construction for synthetic gut tennis strings includes a solid core with a layer or two of smaller outer wraps. Upsides for synthetic gut include their price and moderate all-around performance, while downsides include their durability, spin, and feel. Synthetic gut tennis strings are an excellent option for players who are new to the sport and haven't yet developed the skill and technique to a point where they'd be able to distinguish their performance from other strings. However, they're also a great option for casual recreational players that aren't overly concerned with the quality of their string or don't want to spend a lot of money. Next up, multifilament tennis strings are the closest synthetic alternative to natural gut. They feature a similar construction that weaves together multiple synthetic fibers and results in a string that plays softer with familiar characteristics to natural gut. Upsides for multifilament strings includes power, comfort, and feel, while downsides include spinning control. Multifilament tennis strings typically have a mid-range price point and are a great option for players suffering from arm injuries such as tennis elbow. They're also well suited for players that want better performance than synthetic gut, but don't require a higher level of durability. Polyester and copolyester tennis strings have become one of the most popular, which feature a single solid or monofilament construction. I've lumped these together because they have similar characteristics. The only difference is that copolyester strings contain additives to enhance their performance. You may also hear these referred to as polys or copolys. Upsides for polys include spin control and durability, while downsides include comfort, feel, and their tendency to lose tension faster than other types of strings. Polyester tennis strings are ideal for tennis players that demand higher levels of durability and spin. However, they're particularly well suited for intermediate to advanced tennis players that have developed sufficient technique and racket head speed to fully realize the string's performance qualities. Last on our list, Kevlar or aramid fiber tennis strings are highly durable, but they're the least comfortable to play with due to their low elasticity. As a result, you'll most often find these strings paired with a synthetic string to increase comfort and overall performance. As you might expect, upsides for Kevlar strings include durability, control, and the ability for the strings to maintain their tension, while downsides include comfort, feel, and spin. Kevlar strings are ideal for chronic string breakers that need something ultra durable to prolong the life of their strings and in many cases reduce the ongoing cost of stringing. As you consider the different types of strings, you've likely come to realize there's no perfect tennis string, as each comes with its own pros and cons. Recognizing this, many players combine two different types of strings, referred to as hybrid stringing, to find an ideal balance. Any two types of strings can be combined to form a hybrid setup, with the vertical or main strings dominating the overall feel. It's worth noting that the type of string is only one factor that determines performance. Others include tension, gauge, and stringing frequency. I've written about these topics in the past, so if you'd like to learn more, be sure to check the links in the description. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and if you'd like to join me for future videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, I'll see you in the next video.